And now, your News 10 forecast first.
Good evening, Acadiana. As we head through tonight, temperatures slowly dropping through the low 60s, a mild tonight, and then heading through tomorrow, a warm day, windy as well, and storms coming in tomorrow night. Full weather details coming up. Your news starts right now.
Right now on News 10 at 10, sheriff's deputies have completed a search of a drainage canal after a fisherman makes a disturbing discovery. Next, a 15-year-old is in jail tonight after stabbing a man in Lafayette. Plus, after the deadly attack last summer, a jaguar exhibit reopens at the Audubon Zoo.
Live from Acadiana, your local news leader, this is KLFY News 10 at 10.
We've got those stories for you and more tonight. Hello, Acadiana. Thanks for joining us. I'm Dalford Jones, and this is your Weekend Report. First on 10 at 10, the Sheriff's Office dive team completed a search of a coulee near Ambassador Caffrey after a fisherman reeled in what officials described as a clump of hair on Saturday. But the fisherman didn't report the find until today. Captain John Mowell with the Lafayette Sheriff's Office tells us their dive unit did a thorough search of the coulee, but despite searching for hours, they did not find anything. Captain Mowell has advice for anyone who finds themselves in a similar situation as the fisherman.
I do suggest saving it so we can look at it right there and then and come to some kind of determination or send it off someplace to get examined.
A man is in the hospital and a teenager is behind bars after a stabbing Saturday afternoon. It happened in the 100 block of Rue Royale in Lafayette. Jade Brister says her boyfriend was stabbed 3 times by a 15-year-old boy. According to Brister, the teen chased her boyfriend down the street while holding a knife in his hand, threatening to kill him. She said one of the hardest parts of the entire situation was several of her neighbors watching and no one tried to help.
I was angry. And people are telling me not to call the police, and nobody's doing anything, not even his dad. And I'm yelling, please, get your son, he's gonna kill him. Me? Nobody would do anything.
By the time police arrived on scene, the suspect was gone. It wasn't until later that they discovered he had gone back inside of Brister's home and was hiding upstairs. That's where police were able to arrest him. And it's Mardi Gras season, and along with that comes an increase of people in the city, which is great news for businesses, especially those along the parade routes. News 10's Rebecca Meadow-Keene takes a look at the economic impact Mardi Gras has on some of our local restaurants. She joins us in the studio.
Well, I visited 2 different restaurants today, Agave Grill and Cantina on Bertrand, as well as Reggie's Soul Food on South Pierce Street. According to both, they see an influx of customers once Mardi Gras season begins to pick up. Ben Hofpair, an employee at Agave Grill and Cantina on Bertrand, tells me having the parade route so close affects their business tremendously.
Like years past, it usually ended like right outside, but I mean last year ended a little bit further away, and so that kind of messed up the numbers a little bit.
This year, they want parade goers to keep something in mind.
The parade might stop over there, but I mean the party doesn't have to. Just come here.
And Reggie Batiste from Reggie's Soul Food tells me a lot of preparation goes into getting ready for peak Mardi Gras season.
We're booking local bands as we speak, trying to put the scheduling together. Also, we're trying to see where we're gonna, what days we're gonna do what food on outside, like different dishes and whatnot. So it's a lot of planning that goes into it.
But he tells me although some extra work goes into it, he's excited to welcome the crowds.
Festival season here is pretty much a time where everybody kind of gets together and they could drink and relax. A lot of family comes out, so you know it takes a little stress off of the work week. You know, even though we'll be working, we're gonna still party. Yeah.
Both Agave and Reggie's Soul Food will have drink specials and live music once Mardi Gras parades get rolling to add to the festival celebrations. Rebecca Marroquin, KLFY News 10.
Right now, parties continue in Los Angeles following the 61st Grammy Awards. Musicians from all formats come together to celebrate the best among them. One of those people is talented Christian artist whose music can now be heard on many pop music stations as well. News 10 anchor Tracy Wirtz has more about Lauren Daigle and how it all began.
She was bound and determined that she was going to be a professional singer. And she was a hard worker.
Nancy Tab Markendale was the first voice coach to work with Lauren Daigle.
Oh Lord my God, when I and all
from her mother. And she said, I understand that you teach voice lessons. And I said, yes, I do. And she said, well, I'm interested in having you teach my daughter.
And she did. One year, Nancy arranged for Lauren to sing Christmas music at Lark's Acadian Village. It was the young girl's first stage performance.
She was terrified.
And so I'm offering this simple phrase.
It's a fear Lauren has obviously overcome. Nancy has watched proudly and knows that Lauren's award-winning, record-breaking career took effort and dedication.
This was dogged determination. She said, I'm called to sing. She didn't just stay here and decide, oh, well, nothing happened for me because I didn't get picked for American Idol. She said, I want to write, I want to sing, I want a contract. And she went after it.
We call out to dry bones, come alive, come alive.
Nancy says Lauren's success in Christian music doesn't surprise her.
She always was interested in gospel music. She always wanted to do worship. She always wanted to do praise songs.
I will trust in you.
Nancy believes it's due in large part to her upbringing.
And her family is so grounded and raised her that way.
As a matter of fact, Lauren says she was at home when she heard one of her songs on the radio for the first time.
How can it be?
Like, now I'm on the radio, I'm sitting in my parents' laundry room listening to a song I just made all of these months ago. Like,
when you come home, what is the thing you look most forward to?
Boudin.
Lauren's family loves to cook, and she says food is one way of keeping home with her.
I love cooking gumbo. Just plain Jane. I make my roux from scratch. Just sitting there for 45 minutes stirring on the stove. But I love it. It's something that's fun that brings people around the table.
And in case you haven't heard by now, Lauren took home 2 Grammys tonight for Best Contemporary Christian Music Song for You Say and a Best Contemporary Christian Music Album for Look Up Child. Congratulations, Lauren, from all of us here at News 10. A Black History program at the Clifton Chenier Center this afternoon honored one of the African-American trailblazers in media, the late Janelle Shagwar. Sherry Broussard, director of the annual Community Black History program, spoke about the impact of tonight's event.
I think it's a great impact, especially for the children, so they can learn some history. Sometimes your heroes live next door to you. Sometimes you work beside them. Sometimes they're as close as a grandmother, an aunt, or a family member. So we constantly learn our history every day.
The Jaguar that escaped last summer and killed 9 animals is back on display at the Audubon Zoo in New Orleans. Valerio apparently chewed a hole in the 4-inch wide steel mesh roof above a column in the exhibit sometime before the zoo was opened on July 15, 2018. The mesh is now too small for his jaw and its steel is thicker. The zoo also installed video cameras and an electrified wire around the roof.
We've totally replaced the roof. We've replaced the back panels of the exhibit, all new landscaping, new enrichment items within the exhibit. We've basically taken our time and done a very thorough job of remodeling this exhibit to prepare for the reintroduction of Valerio.
We're now here in the Weather Center with Storm Team meteorologist Trevor Saunier. Cooler temperatures to start, but a friend paid us a visit. The sun came back.
Yeah, a little bit for this afternoon, but warming up as we head through tomorrow even further. And then we have rain coming in as we head through tomorrow night and Tuesday. Let's take a look at current temperatures across the area. 66 in Lafayette, 64 in New Iberia, 62 in Opelousas. We have this southwesterly flow aloft helping to bring all of this moisture in the mid and upper levels of the atmosphere. Rain still ongoing across much of the Mississippi and Tennessee River valleys. Snow across much of the Ohio River Valley. They have some warnings, some winter weather advisories up there, and then the barrage of storm systems are impacting the Pacific Northwest continuing. They're expecting more snow on top of all the snow that has already fallen. For us, we just have this dense fog advisory for the I-10 parishes and points to the south. Visibility could get near 0 or near a quarter mile in some locations by tomorrow morning, so just keep that in mind if you have to travel. Forecast tomorrow, temperatures warming up quickly, warm and windy by the afternoon. Showers could be possible as we head through tomorrow night and Tuesday. More details on that coming up a little later on in the show. Dalford.
Thank you, Trevor. January 24th was a tragic day for the entire Ragin' Cajun community. It's the day Jerry Ann Glasgow was killed in a car crash. News 10 sports anchor Emily John Greco has more on how this year's softball season will be a dedication to her.
Jerry Ann Glasgow was the daughter of Louisiana softball head coach Jerry Glasgow. She was also a volunteer coach for the Ragin' Cajuns. While she may have only been with the university for a short period of time, her impact on the players and community will last forever.
I don't know on a 1 to 10 what it is, but I know it hurts. And when I wake up in the morning, it's hurting. And it will for a while.
Burying a child is something no parent ever wants to endure in their lifetime. But Jerry Ann Glasgow was much more than a daughter.
You know, I had the privilege of knowing Jerry Ann for about 8 months, but it didn't take much more than that to get to know how special she was.
A coach, a friend. Many describe her as vibrant, cheerful, and uplifting. A ray of light that will shine on forever.
If you know anything about Jerry Ann, you know she'd be the one to step up and keep going and push each other to keep going through it. It's no longer about what can we do, like how can I do it? It's more about what would she do, like how would she come out here and give 100%.
The Ragin' Cajun softball team agrees that this season they'll be playing for more than just a win. This one is for Jerry Ann.
Every day is a new struggle and we're trying to get through it as best we can, but everyone pretty much knows that this season will be dedicated to her, and I hope every season is dedicated to her in some way because she did a lot for this university in a very short amount of time.
So far, the Cajuns have started their season 4-0 at home. There's no denying that there is something special about this group of girls. Alfred.
Emily, thank you. Here's this week's St. Landry Parish Crime Stoppers report.
Lieutenant James Bazeron of the St. Landry Parish Sheriff's Office returns to Crime Stoppers and needs your help in solving multiple burglaries at a Eunice business.
On January 21st, 2019, Best Marine, located on the 200 block of Murphy-Richard Loop, was the victim of a burglary. Entry was gained by the suspects removing a portion of the north wall on his business. Once inside, the thieves stole a total of 13 handguns. Then on January 28, 2019, suspects once again broke through the north wall, but this time triggered his alarm. Nothing was stolen in this burglary, but 3 guns were located in a bag on the floor near the hole in the wall.
For a complete list of stolen firearms, log on to our Crime Stoppers Facebook page. Download our P3 app and tap the app on your mobile device to submit your anonymous tips. Be alert, be safe, and God bless you. On behalf of Crime Stoppers and Lieutenant James Bazeron, I am Deputy Chief Eddie Thibodeau.
If you have any information on this crime, call Crime Stoppers at 948-TIPS. You could earn up to a $1,000 cash reward.
Coming up, we take a look at the enormous growth in American debt. That's later in the show.
And an active weather pattern through the next few days. Get full details right after the break.
You're watching KLFY News 10, Acadiana's local news leader.